Good morning, I'm Jennifer Lewis Hall. We begin this morning, though, with a change in temperatures. Things are getting cooler from here. Let's welcome back our Jason Lee. Jason, you've been giving us a hand behind the scenes for a couple of weeks. Nice to see your smiling face again.
Jen, good to be back. Had to relearn how to tie a tie, but nonetheless, still nice to be back. Yeah, big change this morning. Take a look at the present temperatures. We can see a cold front is passing on through as we speak and kind of see where the front is. We see the cooler air to the north, the warmer air to the south. So the front right now is right about over yonder.
While some statues across the country are coming down, one very notable one is going up today in Philadelphia, marking the first African American to be memorialized on public land in the city. Many don't know the name or the face of Octavius Valentine Catto.
Why is it that I've lived here all my life and have never heard about this man?
But today, many will finally know about this remarkable man born free in 1839 in South Carolina. He moved to Philadelphia as a boy, became a prominent scholar, athlete, and military officer in the National Guard, and recruited black troops during the Civil War. And as his tombstone in Collingdale reads, Octavius Catto is a forgotten hero.
We like to tell audiences that Catto and the men and women around him fought that battle to integrate the streetcars, 90 years before Rosa Parks crossed baseball's color line, 80 years before Jackie Robinson marched for voting rights in Philadelphia, 100 years before the march in Selma, and encountered many of the same kind of dangers, if not more so.
Daniel Biddle and Murray Dubin are the authors of Tasting Freedom, Octavius Catto, and the Battle for Equality in Civil War America.
He was a great baseball player. He ran a great baseball team, the Pythians, a championship black team in the late 1860s.
After a lot of lobbying on his part, and lobbying also by some white friends on baseball teams, he gets a white team to play the Pythians in 1869, and it's the first black-white baseball game in America, and it's in fact makes the front page of the New York Times.
Today, when these shrouded granite pillars are uncovered at City Hall, those who gather in honor of Catto will see a striking bronze, nearly 12-foot-high statue of him. The pillars representing upturned streetcars, which he helped push an all-white legislature to desegregate in 1867 and won. A stainless steel ballot box resting in front, recognizing his help in securing the right to vote for black men. But those major milestones for civil rights would cost him his life. At the age of just 32, Catto was assassinated on a racially polarizing election day, October 10th, 1871.
There's story after story from that day of white attacks on black voters, especially attacks by police.
Honoring Catto now is something many say is long overdue.
He's one who had literally died for the cause. So to have somebody like that, and we're going to actually put something up in regards to him, I think it's phenomenal.
The Octavius Catto statue will be unveiled today on the south side of City Hall at 11 o'clock. And Jason, even though there are statues of prominent African Americans up in the city, this is the first one on public land.
Wow,
in this historic
he
place.
Sounds like a remarkable man.
After school lets out at Kip Cooper Norcross Academy in Camden, 25 4th and 5th grade girls stick around to run.
I joined this program for after school because usually as I was younger and growing up, I always got bullied for the way I looked, and I wanted to make a change, and I wanted to make a change to my body.
11-year-old Cassandra De Leon and her classmates are all training for a 5K that they'll be running in Philly at the beginning of June.
All of our practices are building up towards that.
Their coach and 4th grade teacher at KIPP, Amanda Geiger, started the all-girls running club in Newark 5 years ago.
I really wanted to create a program that empowered them.
Geiger made shirts for the girls in the club.
We had Run Like a Girl on the back of our t-shirts, and then underneath it said Keep Up. And I think that caught a lot of people's attention.
It certainly did. Actress and comedian Amy Schumer posted a picture of the girls on her Instagram, only motivating the girls in the club more.
This group of girls is learning that this can be really fun, and I think not only is running fun, but it's really empowering, and I think that they're learning to trust themselves, to believe in themselves, to have confidence in themselves, and more than that, they're building some pretty awesome friendships.
The girls have to try out, And then the final team is selected based on their courage, grit, and kindness, not their running ability.
The teachers and the students, they really care about you and they want you to do your best.
Each girl is then paired with a sponsor who helps pay for the girls' new running shoes and race fees.
Before, I probably was like, no, I cannot do it. Like, I'm not strong enough. But now that I've been here with such amazing teammates and students and teachers, it's more like I feel more comfortable doing it.
And their coach says that's really what it's all about.
I would love for this program to expand across Camden. I would love for other schools to join in.
If I had that opportunity next year to do this, I would probably do it again.
I'm very confident about this 5K.
In Camden, Matt Alba, PHL17 Morning News.
History, math, and English are all important subjects, but one local summer camp is highlighting the importance of teaching kids music. In this edition of Kyrie's Classroom, I visited a rock and roll camp where kids get to spend their time learning the same music their grandparents listen to. He's no John Lennon, this is no Ringo Starr, and this isn't your average summer camp. Instead of tents and bugs, these kids have the Beatles. It's run by the School of Rock in Center City and has been jamming for the past 19 years. Parents dish out around $550 for each of these 10 kids to learn how to play one of the more than 5 instruments and even do some vocals, all over the course of a week. They're between the ages of 7 and 18, and some have never even played before.
You know, the first day we just picked out a bunch of Beatles songs, then we dove right in and started learning them.
Chloe Graffa was learning how to rock the guitar and said it wasn't easy at first.
It's definitely rigorous because you have to learn a lot of songs in not a long amount of time, but it's definitely worth it when you're rehearsing and it sounds really good. The
instructors work one-on-one with the kids, and sometimes they even have to stop and try again to get it right.
To see the kids' face, I mean, it's priceless. I mean, they're like, wait, what? I couldn't do anything like 3 days ago.
Jace Miller is the organizer. He said this group has learned more than 13 Beatles songs in just the past 5 days. Miller says they're teaching something that some kids might not get in school.
With the music programs and a lot of other arts programs getting cut in schools, this ends up being an outlet that, you know, some schools aren't even offering at all.
And some of them are realizing the importance of working together.
I've learned teamwork, how to act on stage, and that, like, if you mess up, it's still okay.
At the end of the week, the children put on a performance in front of their friends and family, some of whom grew up on the Beatles. Seeing these kids open up is music to Miller's ears.
And it shows them that they are capable of doing some things that they may not have thought that they're capable of.
And I had a newfound love for the Beatles after this story. Like, those kids were great. And just, like he said, some of them, they've never even picked up an instrument before. Right. But after a week, you know, they come out knowing how to play all these songs. So, I mean, they're really amazing.
Jude. Oh, it makes you feel so good. I love it.
Hey, Kevin, you're right. Well, definitely a change from yesterday. Yesterday, I was driving with my windows down, and today we struggled to get here without slipping and sliding just a little bit. The overnight rain has since turned into heavy snowfall, and we're just entering the thick of the storm that's coming. Now, I want to show you what the roadways look like right now. If you take a look, you'll see that the snow is beginning to stick to them, and the roadways are becoming slick. Now, the changeover started first in the western suburbs and is now happening across the board.
Jen, good morning. Well, we're going to start off our Monday morning on a positive note. Over the weekend, we did see that the PA Turnpike Northeast Extension, that closed down in the Lehigh Valley area for a big stretch there for a bridge replacement project. And new this morning, this has reopened. So you are free to use this between exits 56 and 74. It was closed between Lehigh Valley and Mahoning Valley. So if you're heading back home from the Poconos this weekend, you can use the Northeast Extension. No need to worry about the big detours that we did have in place over the weekend. Now, talking about the PA Turnpike, we're still watching some early morning construction crews in the Malvern area.
They call me the rapping professor, ironically. And it was just something that came up spontaneously one day in class. Sometimes I'll rap to myself over the songs on the radio without the intention of doing it in class.
Yeah, well, let's listen in. Let's listen in.
Okay.
I hope you like your roommate and your dorms.
Remember that communication is the key to love. I hope you like the classes and the schedule you chose. If not, the next semester you give it another go. Hope you get the highest grades and highest of everything. Lessons in the turn-ups and all the joy they bring. Play harder, study harder, remember those things. Remember your wings, 'cause owls were made to soar. Like, owls were made to soar.
Wow. So owls are made to soar. Spread your wings. Part of that inspirational message. We're still seeing it on the screen. Beautiful and powerful stuff. You decided that this is something that you want to share with the students.